Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Monday to you. How's it going? More Secret of Mana. James, you are on time. Congratulations. And welcome to the stream. We're going to continue in Gold City. It's hard to remember after just 2 days off from streaming. I think we have to go back and beat the tower. I think. I should probably watch the tail end of the previous stream just to remember that sort of thing, but I don't know. That's too much for me, man. Happy to be on today. Almost canceled. Life is full of ups and downs. But I was like, you know what? We're going to play some video games. It'll be okay. It'll be alright. But James, I hope you're doing well. Anybody else coming in, welcome. I'm just gonna be chilling, doing some Zen here, some Zen streaming of Secret of Mana battles. It's got a kind of rhythm to it that's really relaxing. Cinco Play, congrats on the arithmetician, the the old school job points thing that I should probably fix at some point. This is video games. This is it. This is it. It's what it looks like. And thank you, Lord Yerok, for the follow. That was 3 days ago. Usually I get follows after I'm off stream, so maybe somebody sees something that I was doing. Or maybe people would rather follow me when I'm off stream rather than on. That's how they get you. Cinco, how you doing? How's everything going? I was about to say I forgot how good that opening sequence was. Oh, it is really good. Yeah. It's tragically short, but the track is one of the best in the game, and it's just phenomenal. I really think that whale noise is super interesting. Also think it's interesting in light of the cultural reference. You know, mana is kind of everywhere now, but I always mention it's a Polynesian and Hawaiian cultural belief, and in Hawaiian culture, whales have quite a bit of cultural and spiritual significance, so it ties right in there with mana too. I always thought it was a whale when I was a kid. I think it's supposed to be the mana beast. It sounds a lot cuter than it is. Okay, well at least we did go outside for this because there's another boss. Hopefully a better boss than, oh my gosh. That's a lot of damage. I was about to say hopefully a better boss than the Spike Tiger. Nobody likes the Spike Tiger. I haven't met a single person who was like, you know what? Give me more of that Spike Tiger. We may be a little under-leveled from the looks of things, but that's all right. A little under-leveling never hurt anybody. Hey, you guys need to stand out of the way. Yo, Mana's so fat. Nice. She was a second for a while. JK, sorry. You don't need to be sorry. It's all good. I'm not going to be one of those people who are like, how dare you culturally appropriate my culture with your insidious dad joke. Oh, no, I didn't heal up. Well, we might need to do a little more leveling. I think we'll do that, because this is hitting pretty hard. The thing we just started. Third strongest mole, let me tell you a short story. So my eldest is playing through Earthbound for the first time, 10 years old. Not Earthbound, the kid. And he just got to the part with the third strongest mole, which is kind of now a running gag in our family. Since I recently explained that joke to my kids and my brother's kids. So he's He had a good time. Still not quite understanding the joke of the third strongest mole, but was delighted to see them. It was like meeting a meme in real life, I guess, presumably. Are good leveling spots at this point in the game? I don't know. The wolves are a bit frustrating to fight, so I don't know if we're gonna stick around here, but we're gonna need a level or two before we get in there on that boss. These wolves have no respect. No respecting. Little underlevel never hurt anybody. It's true. I'm fine. The non-real fictional characters, though, they suffered that non-real fictional pain. Let me tell you. Dark Ninja gets whacked. Speaking of fictional pain, finding out Rick Astley is a real person. Yeah, you know what's weird? Raising I think they're Gen Alpha. Is my kids will ask me if things are AI generated when they're like from like 40 years ago or more. We were watching, I brought this up, we were watching some short films from the 1920s. Real hilarious stuff. Buster Keaton, Fatty Arbuckle. And halfway through one of those, my kid goes, "Is this AI generated?" I was like, no. I suppose you could AI generate something to look like it's from that period of time, but I think they were asking if the effect was AI generated when they made it. So yeah, that was fun. Okay, there's our one level up. Like I said, does anybody know of any good leveling spots in this game? I don't think I've ever kind of searched out good spots to do some leveling. We did complete the ruins, so there's not going to be any of those slimes for us to take advantage of, unfortunately. There is one of those eyeballs here that spawns enemies, so there's that. It's not a great spot though. I feel like it's not that great. Usually when we play these games, there's an expert who will pop in, but I haven't met too many. I mean, I'm not saying, you know, none of y'all are experts in Secret of Mana, but you know, like the ones who have like everything in the game memorized. Haven't really met any of those for Secret of Mana yet. Now, what if someone in the far future would ask if Lord of the Rings is AI generated? The film trilogy? Oh, the pain. Gandalf is in here again. Come on. Close the door. I gotta get out of here. Come on. Gandalf. Let's see. Generally, the best leveling spot is always just whatever's latest, because this game is a pretty steep XP jump from place to place. Yeah, there are some spikes too. I've been noticing some spikes. This is a really close bit from the previous dungeon, let me try something here, and I've already been taking my licks in here. Let's try some of this and see. Wow. That's a lot of damage. Now this would be handy if the boss were susceptible to this, because it's his dash that's real brutal. But I don't know. Still handy though. The next dungeon has slimes again. I probably can't access that now, huh? You've got this pretty well memorized, I'd say. You can remember what the next dungeon is. I definitely cannot. I remember this part of the game, but I don't remember. Is the next one the Shadow Palace? Because I thought we already got Shade, the elemental. Unless this is just like a place where you don't get that. There we go. We got shade. Okay, then we're past it. Yeah. We just got shade. That was the last one I got, right? Let me see. I'm pretty sure it's the last one we got. Yeah. So we just got shade. I guess we're on our way to getting the light one. Can't remember what it's called. Was it Aurum? Hey, how's it going, Krypton? Still no white mages. Fresh out. Sorry to say. But we're doing okay. How you doing, Krypton? We still got to do our meetup. I got something for you. I don't know if I'll have a chance to get it to you before Christmas. But I'd like to give you something. I'm in giveaway mode. Speaking of giveaways, in our Discord, I'm decided to liquidate my bitmap books collection. They're good books. I don't really want to look at them right now, so giving away a bunch of those. One of them is still sealed, so if that's something you're interested in, I will ship them to you. If you're outside of the continental US, then I just ask that you pay shipping, but you can enter if that's you. James, looking at you. But yeah, they're big old books. You can enter in our Discord. How's it going, Heretics? It's that boy. It is the boy. And the sprite and the girl. How you doing? We're just talking about the giveaway that we're doing. You got to join the Discord. It's in there. It's in the announcements channel. You'll find it. These wolves. It's always great when you get, like, double staggered. There we go. Hey. That wasn't very nice. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the CRT action. It's a cheap way to stream video games. Cheap and reliable. All you gotta do is point your phone camera at it, and that's it. And then I have the sound coming out of the system directly into the PC. But you know, I started streaming with an Elgato capture card, and just found that it's one of the most unreliable pieces of technology I've ever used. I don't know if anybody in here streams on the regular with Elgato, but I mean, it would just stop working like almost every day, to the point to where I was like, all right, I gotta figure something else out. Oh, I guess it's one of those things, huh, that like I hear this a lot, that it's just really unreliable technology. What we need is holiday schedule, super and gift wrap, sleep, and more time and cash in the day. Right? Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice to get some gift wrap of extra time and sleep. Secret of Santa. Is that that's the Christmas version? Secret of Santa? I think somebody made that joke the other day when we fought Santa Claus. Who else mentioned it? There's another RPG on the Super Nintendo that has Santa in it, doesn't it? Oh no! Still alive. Well, could have been worse, John. A lot worse. El Gato. Unreliable piece of crap. Yeah, that would be the Elgato capture card, which is crazy because it came very highly recommended, so I presume that other capture cards are worse than the Elgato capture card. So that's the story of how I wound up doing CRT streaming, and playing on original hardware rather than emulating gives you kind of extra layers of difficulty. Not that I'm one of those people who are like, oh yeah, I love my difficulty, bro. This game's so hard, bro. Not one of those people. It's fine to like difficult games, obviously, but don't get in my face about it. That's my maxim for living. But yeah, and, you know, no save states, that definitely makes it harder. Hey, you have an I don't know what that is. An EVGA XR1 Lite. When it works fine, it loves to randomly not work. Oh, is that the capture card? There's so many. Here's another small gripe from an old man. There are too many pieces of technology that are just like random letters and numbers stuck together. How am I supposed to remember that? People would be like, oh yeah, I hooked up my VOGTXM- $sign the other day and emulated Super Nintendo. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. Last time I streamed on original hardware, the AC adapter literally exploded. That's I remember this story. I actually did. I remembered it. That's intense. Imp Black Belt, how are you? Thanks for coming in today. Hey, if you haven't seen yet, there's a giveaway in my Discord. Please join the Discord. You'll find a link in the pages. It runs until December 25th. Just in time for a certain holiday. Oh man, you know what? For some reason, well, not for some reason. Like both the Sprite and the girl are very pink. Sprite's kind of like a salmon. It's obviously salmon. But when those two wolves are on screen, I just can't. I can't track who's doing what. Oh no! New fear unlocked. Uh-oh. There we got Axe level 6. Blue's at 40. That's good. I really wonder what the scaling looks like, and I would love to see. I wonder if Cinco Play might know. What does anybody know if there are graphs out there depicting the level scaling of characters in RPGs? Because I would love to see that sort of thing. I'm all about graphs and charts right now. That's what my brain wants to do. Big Joe, how you doing? I have to consciously make an effort to not say, hey, Big Joe, what do you know, every time I see your name for the first time in stream. I beg your pardon. And get holiday season gets crazy. There's a great meme my wife and I quote. You know, like your holiday season is so packed. You've got all kinds of things going on. You know, you're strapped for money because you spent so much, and then like your kids' school will be like, hey, tomorrow is dress your kids as the Grinch day. And you're like, darn it. Like, I like our kids' school, but every day they're like, hey, dress as this, and make sure you bring in literally a gift for every classmate, and you gotta buy stuff for this and buy stuff for that. I'm like, my kids don't own a flannel cowboy hat. Stop. I'm not spending $20 on each kid just so they can have a flannel hat that they're gonna wear once. It's not gonna fit their head in like 6 months. We're doing a lot of rants today. We're on our rant stream. I found most of the cheap ones work about the same as brand name stuff, but they overheat. Which is not a great. I mean, that's not a great thing either. If you're getting capture cards that overheat, you don't want that. I can say hello. Well, I just don't want to be a broken record any more than I already am. I like records, but not broken ones. So, and I don't want to irritate you. So, but I'm glad that I could, you know, glad I can greet you however I please with your permission. I appreciate that. Graph like the villain from Xenogears. Exactly that. That's got to be Groff, right? Gotta be. And then just wait for the inevitable Square Enix remake where they pronounce it Grafe and Groff and Graph all in the same cutscene. It's work. Yep. Yeah, this year. And I can't pretend this. This year I am significantly less busy than I was last year. Had to cancel a bunch of things this year, so I do have more downtime. Sorry. I didn't mean to, pretend I was like, oh, woe is me also with all the time that I'm spending. And here I am playing Super Nintendo in the middle of the day. I'm very aware of that fact, all right? I am aware of that fact. Remember correctly, Sweets and Bedge, how's it going? Let me see here. So the only way to upgrade the weapons to the final level came from the rare drops the last dungeon. So I like to be a completionist sometimes. I used to be a trophy hunter. Any trophy hunters in here today? Anybody here do the retro achievements? I always thought those were interesting, but back when I played Final Fantasy 13, that was the game that broke my back for trophy hunting. I had a very short trophy hunting career. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get platinum on everything. And then that game, it was just like fighting adamantoises for like a week. And I was like, never mind. I'm not having fun anymore. So, but for completionism, I like to complete games sometimes. I did 100% on Silksong recently. I did 100%-ish, I guess you could say, on Chrono Trigger. We got all the endings, but there's plenty of things in there, like, you know, you could say max out the levels and stuff like that. But to be more direct, Sweets, I would say for my RPG series, playing through every Super Nintendo role-playing game, I haven't been focusing on completion. I've been focusing on beating, just for the sake of getting through all of these games. This is a game that I've played before, beaten before, so I don't think I'm going to be doing completion. But I don't know how hard is it to get those drops? Is it difficult? What? Tomorrow is dress your kid like a gremlin Christmas Day? Okay. Oh no, she's dead. Alright. Dress your kid like a gremlin. Freaking amazing. I guess since we're grinding, I should definitely be using these spells. Get everybody's levels up here. Alright, let me see. Acanian graph and psychology was suspiciously looks like his helmet. There's so much stuff like that in Xenogears. I've never beaten that game, so yeah, a lot of that is just, I have no idea. Sargy Poo, how's it going? I think I've gotten spoiled by no ads, YouTube Premium. Oh yeah. Oh, today, I appreciate it, and you checking in on me. Today is, I almost didn't stream today. Almost just assumed the fetal position. But, yeah, I was like, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna play Gold City stuff. Oh, are they really that rare? I don't know that I've ever gotten them, but, I haven't used the vast majority of the weapons on this game anyway. So are they like totally random as far as which weapons drop, or do certain enemies drop certain weapons? Because that would be really frustrating if you were grinding them and then you got a drop finally, but it's for friggin' javelin. Nobody uses javelin. Not the spear, the javelin. Friends that do retro achievements. Yeah, that one's real bad for retro achievements. I want to give 13 the respect that it's due. I feel like sometimes it's unfairly maligned, but sometimes it's also fairly maligned too. That's where the pendulum swing of social media positivity culture loses track of itself, I think. Where it's like, yeah, there are some games that are unfairly maligned, absolutely. But they can also be fairly maligned as well. Gotta make sure everything is in balance. Yeah, some of the some trophies where it's like, now play through the game again for no reason. Is like, no. Where it sort of feels like it's artificially padding out the playtime. I don't really want to do stuff like that. I enjoyed 100%ing Silksong because for the most part, it all felt like I was doing meaningful things and getting meaningful upgrades, useful things. When I was going for completion, I found 2 bosses that I had missed. So stuff like that, I think, is really cool. We'll cruise through this one more time, I think, and then we'll go fight the boss. Maybe we'll just keep going until we get one more level. So then actually what we should probably do is some of this. Trying to platinum FF6 right now. So there's slots would be are those are fan generated, right? Like, oh, girl died again. I gotta pay more attention. Get the experience fact from Game Facts. You can give it to ChatGPT and it'll generate graphs for you. Oh, that's cool. That seems like a decent use of AI. So what's the scaling look like on this then? I imagine probably have to like double check, like manually check some of the finer details on that just to make sure it's perfectly accurate. But yeah, that's good. Sorry, just logged on, but oh, hey, don't be sorry. Luca. Love the name, by the way. Chrono Trigger is my favorite game of all time. So thanks for the recent follow and thanks for popping in today. How the heck are you? 8 is unfairly maligned. I think that there are parts of, going back to what I was saying about some fair malignment. That seems weird to say. Some fair malignment and some unfair malignment. I think some things in 8 are very much unfairly maligned. Dang, girl. Let's do this chocolate here. Chocolate makes everything better. Yeah, these wolves. Not a huge fan of the wolves. There we go. Okay, let me see here. Available one of my favorite FF games. 8, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, one should be okay with one's own favorites, right? And okay. Spent a long time kind of developing an approach to video game criticism, and I think that there are definitely things that are good and then there are definitely things that are bad. But as far as somebody's personal favorites, though, they could really be favorite for anything, you know. Could be your favorite, just, you know, you like the color green, so you like Zelda, something like that. Couldn't get into trophy hunting. Yeah, some trophies are just like, I'm not gonna do that. As when trophy hunting becomes unenjoyable, unfun, then it's like, nah. No, thank you. Oh, sometimes there's more than one. That would frustrate me. Definitely. Yeah, some games have built-in stuff that I really like. Christmas Madness. Heck yeah. Yeah. I didn't take time to generate any useful graphs. Just check to see if you could do it. Oh, no. Yeah, I didn't mean single play to stop right this moment and carefully double check all the math. But that's pretty cool that you could do that. I do think that's pretty neat. Did it look like for Secret of Mana that there was a pretty steep climb? That's how it feels in this one. Do that double bass in that one moment. Oh yeah. Was it tuning in to listen to this song? Oh heck yes. It's good. This is a nice serene soundtrack, generally speaking. Then the boss music comes on and it's like panic attack time. How are we doing over here? Let's see. Yeah, games that we love that are objectively not the best. I'm really wanting to say Breath of Fire 2 right now. There's got to be a better example. I mean, yeah, that one's it's not as rough as Breath of Fire 1, but the localization's pretty terrible. Take a look around. What am I looking at here? Objectively, oh, I know. NES Jaws. I actually really like that game. The LJN game. Yeah. Limited Run is putting out a release for that pretty soon. You know what? We're gonna actually use some candies just to top things off here. And we'll go ahead and use one more. There we go. Yeah, NES Jaws. I like that it's like a weird mishmash of like an adventure game, a side-scroller shmup, well, a 2D shmup, and friggin' like a first-person shooter with a boat. Very, very weird game. I totally thought the boss was in that room, so that's why I stopped to heal. Bwomp, bwomp, bwomp. One of the games that I love that is objectively not the best standby I've heard of is Dune 1. Dang, I haven't heard that for a long time. I don't know that I played that one, and I friggin' love Dune. As far as limited run games, limited run games, scraping the bottom of the barrel, baby. It's a cool release, but yeah, it's a very, very peculiar release. That's a cool game, though. It is one that I will mention whenever people like every single game that LJN ever published is objectively terrible. It's like, no, it's not. There are some that are for sure worse than others. One that I really wanted to love as a kid is Spider-Man, I think it's Return of the Sinister Six or Revenge, something like that. What a game. That one's rough. Heck yeah, NES Jaws love. I knew that you were good people. I knew it. Okay, I think it's this room. It was that pretty quick. The original graphs didn't give me any particularly interesting insights. That would be so fun to study stuff like that. I really think it would. It'd be really neat. I'm gonna have to try that one of these days. Yeah, I haven't ordered from limited run games for a long time. The last time I did, I think it was for something to do with Valis. They put out like a Valis collection. And I was like, neat. I never played those, so I picked it up. And then they didn't deliver it for like a year. And then they announced, within that year, they announced another Valis collection. And I was like, I mean, I probably would have got the second one. It seems like more comprehensive. It just seems like there's some scummy bits in there. I don't know. So yeah, not somebody. Plus, I don't know. I don't need stuff that badly. That's an attitude I'm trying to take into the next year. Is I just don't need stuff that badly. I got too much stuff. Like I said, we're doing a giveaway in Discord. I am giving away some stuff. I need to give away more stuff. So if you like giveaways for stuff, then keep your eye out for the stuff. Dude, that sucks, man. I mean, look at that. This boss sucks. Stupid. Did I buy all of... I'm pretty sure I did. Buy all of the stuff. The new upgrades and armor and everything. I'm almost positive I did. Baron, how's it going? How the heck are ya? Thanks for coming in today. Standard operating procedure. Yeah, like I don't want to wait a year for something. It was so bad. I actually moved during a period of time that I was waiting for a limited run order. I had to contact the people who lived in the house after me to be like, hey, they're going to send this video game. You send it to me. I was going to start doing download codes and visual. Yeah. Or burned copies of games. You remember that? That was a big scandal. Let's limit your wallet games. Moving will make you hate having stuff. I'm a very big proponent of physical games. I think it's an excellent way to preserve things. But the biggest downside for me is when you're moving. Having a bunch of stuff sucks. You can update your address on their website. Maybe now. This was years ago. I don't know. Let's see. Limited run games needs competition. Somebody needs to step up and give them run from there. There's a couple smaller companies. I am 8-bit. I feel like they occupy kind of that same space. But isn't there like a very limited company? They were like, there's more limited than limited run. From the makers of things that are limited comes very limited run. There's this is like constant healing here. There's Fangamer isn't really in that same space. I think they generally do like indies. There's definitely a lot of retro from holy smokes. A lot of retro with limited run. Why is he gray? Wasn't he blue the last time we came in here? Unclear. No. Oh, he's still alive, but somehow cast a spell when he was dead. Weird. I almost feel like just leaving it at this and staying out of his directional. I'm gonna try and get over where there's a little more space. Oh shoot, but then there's that. Ah! Strictly limited. That's it, not very limited. Okay, let me see. What's up, T to the B? Teacher Bloke, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long time. How the heck are you? I'm glad we're still in touch. After recent unpleasantness, there's a lot of people I lost touch with, and I'm glad that we're still on speaking terms. I'm glad you're here, T to the B. Thanks for popping in. I hope you've been well. Merry Christmas to you. Happy holidays, all that jazz. I think today was the first day of Hanukkah. So happy Hanukkah. Let's see. If I was okay with that, problem is what you mentioned. Sometimes a new version will hit retail before they send theirs. Not to mention, as you say, the burned CDs. Yeah. Oh, at the time, too, when I was buying from Limited Run, what was I gonna say? I don't know. It's gone. Can't remember what I was gonna do. Yeah, burn CDs for a limited release. It sounds really weird. Like, come on, you guys. Just went over to Best Buy. Let's see. Fact that they would dare distribute D for the 3DO on burn CDs is pure scum. One more physical. Yeah, that won't run. That's rough. Shipping turnarounds. Strictly limited. There it is. Actual limited number, and when they're gone, they're gone. They make good stuff. Another thing I don't really like about, and you know what really grinds my gears? That's where that's the vibe of the stream right now. It's when you're kind of competing with bots for some of these very limited releases, you know, where they'll be like, hey, we're making 1,000, and they're gone. And then you go on eBay and there's like people already pumping up the price and stuff like that. That's one of the less cool things about physical products today. But generally, it really comes down to I have too much stuff. I do. I have more games than I would ever need for the rest of my life. You know, even if I, like I'm 40, even if I live for another 80 years, I would never be able to beat all these games. So I don't know. I don't need to buy more games. That's the thing that's kept me away from limited run games. As far as new releases too, personal appeal, like there's maybe a dozen for the whole year of new releases that will appeal specifically to me. Like we were talking about Game Awards the other day. The Game Awards has, you know, a bunch of announcements and stuff like that. For me, it was really only Total War 40K, which was definitely, I mean, that's a dream announcement right there. I was very happy about that. And new Mega Man, my boy's back in town. So that was cool. But yeah, I was like, I don't really want to play Larian's new Torture Sim. I don't really want to play any of the other things that look exactly like everything else they've made for the past 10 years. I don't know. Getting old, I guess. But yeah, I got too much stuff. Premium edition games. 8-bit, overpriced their stuff. Yeah. I usually only buy... I also think Fangamer is pretty expensive. I like buying from Fangamer, though. They have cool stuff every once in a while. Very indie focused. I am 8-bit and Fangamer, though. I really only touch around the Black Friday season. And even then, sometimes they have awful deals. Like, I think this year was like last year where Fangamer was like, hey, spend $75. We'll give you $5, you know, $5 coupon. I was like, what? That's not an incentive. And speaking in terms of all is all, I'm glad for that, T to B. There's some good clothing from Fangamer too. They make some good books. I have their Hollow Knight book. They've got some good stuff. Let's see. You like Strictly Limited? What did you pick up most recently from Strictly Limited? Oh no, Krypton, you can't write the word yawn. You're gonna make me yawn. I lost the ability to order a game from when they released. They're small enough that Boston resellers don't spoil them. Yet, what that sentence should have ended with. Yeah, obviously it's a broader problem across the industry. I'm sure you can find some niche sites where it's not as much of an issue. Like huge stuff like when PS5 came out, that was a big thing. Like a lot of there's a lot of stuff that I want to hold on to. Don't get me wrong. I would love to hold on to quite a few things in my collection. I don't plan to get rid of any, you know, stuff for the systems that I really like. NES, SNES, PS1, PS2, really. But I have too many PS3 games that have been given to me over time. Too many PS4 games. I've got a whole stack of Atari, and I've got a stack of games on cassette for ZX Spectrum. I'm like, why do I have these? Let's see. Yeah, I'm sure going to Japan, you definitely stock up. Mole's got to be that guy. I could feel you pushing up your glasses on that one. The physical is decidedly not forever. The sonic boom I just heard is the sound of Mole pushing his glasses up the bridge of his nose. Or that. Yeah, nothing's forever. That's colloquially forever. He's waiting for retirement. Yeah. Like, look at it looks better than... Yeah, I mean, it's coming in 2 years. So, well, not 2 years, but it's coming in 2027. So, hopefully that gives it time for Mega Man Dual Overdrive. I also think that I think the music will be bad. I can't remember a single track from Mega Man 11. I think I played through it more than once. They need to go back to chiptune for Mega Man. Classic Mega Man series. Oh, that's lovely. It just blitzed through there. See, he's not gray now. What did I do? Did something. Yeah, we'll try and stay on top of health a little more here. Let's see. Super rare games. 5,000 copies. That's eBay fodder right there. They've always been expensive. Yeah, like I said, around, you know, Black Friday time. I feel like they used to have good Black Friday deals. I used to buy around that time of year. I used to buy a huge chunk of their stuff for gifts and things. Now it's like, no. And a couple of years back, they were like, hey, we're doing Breath of Fire merch. And I was like, what? And it was like little stuffed animals and keychains. So I was like, come on, what is this? But what you gonna do? More than Capcom's doing, I guess. They could probably survive a little longer here. Acid Storm. Oh, did he get? Yeah, he got chewed up and spat out. Petrified. Okay. Yeah, you could do multi-target healing. Yep. You sure can. I may not be the best at it though. Let's see. Forget mainline. Give us Mega Man Legends 3. Dang. Mega Man Legends 3 would be pretty cool. Hollow Knight merch. Oh, yeah. I recently bought, this Black Friday, I got, my wife the glow-in-dark Hollow Knight, hoodie. Very cool hoodie. She had the Hyper Light Drifter one before that, but it wore out. Last thing I got from Ninja Jajamaru. Legendary Ninja Collection. It really has ninja twice in the title of the product. That's cool. Bubble Bobble. Oh yeah, lots of good stuff in there. Darius, Bubble Bobble, Wonder Boy. Let's see. My friend got his game published under Strictly Limited, The First Tree. Oh, cool. I played The First Tree. A good experience working with a publisher. I can appreciate that, period, Mark. I remember when people thought we were actually going to get Mega Man X9. Hey, man. Yeah, it's surprising just to get a Mega Man game, period. So, I'll take it. I will take it. Ah. No, can't quite get. Right here. There we go. Okay, yeah, here's multi-target healing right here. And then we just push through and we'll get them all. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought he was going to charge me, man. Yeah. It's, you know, at a certain point you kind of realize, like, those things are done, and that's just the way it's going to be. Gaming is kind of young enough, you know, that, yeah, we're losing the earliest creators. But at a certain point, you know, we'll lose a lot of the original creators, and I think at that point it's best that the big greedy corporation doesn't get its fingerlets all involved in the creative process. Yeah, the first tree. It's that game with a fox, if I remember right. That's a cool game. Oh, I heard a magic skill go up. Hey. Oh my gosh. Hit him with one of these. Bro, you better back up. I guess this is the safest spot. We should just stay right here. Oh, okay. So he puts his defense up. Do I have a defense down? That was Dispel Magic. I suppose that would work. We got Defender here. We could do that. Oh. Okay, we're lasting longer this time. Don't make Mother 4. The gnome is cooking. Oh, boy. Right here. So, Luca Ashtier, tell me about your username. This is from a widely celebrated, amazing game, I understand. Oh my goodness. Let's do this one here. There we go. That's some good damage right there. Yeah. No, I was kidding. I'm sorry. There was a little of the sarcasms there. Yeah, like I said, I love Chrono Trigger. Also love Chrono Cross. Even fell in love with Radical Dreamers. Luca Ashtier. Great character. Maybe my third favorite character in Chrono Trigger? Oh, you've kept it since the Chrono Cross release? That's respectable. I've been through a couple usernames since then. Now you're without your faculties. The Pink Ranger with the Game Boy Color. And for me, it was then I had Gillian Anderson dressed as Agent Scully. There we go. Playing on a PC. She was playing an X-Files game. I had the biggest crush on Gillian Anderson when I was a kid. Luke Cash tier. Well, that's Luca's brother who is in sales. Got the Bose Orb. All right. There's more. Oh, 2 bosses. Okay. Oh, yeah, here we go. What was his name? Oh, Lumina.
I'm Lumina. The king was robbing me of my power. He was forcing me to make gold. My power should not be used by anyone but you. Take my powers before evil engulfs us all.
Brr, brr, brr. All right, we got it. Oh, it's kind of weird when only some of the characters have a canon last name. Well, I assume they might have a canon last name. It's just not mentioned anywhere, you know? So what you've got, I guess Marley's, and this I'm in the Marley territory. Princess Nadia, last name Guardia, I guess. Chrono doesn't have one. Luca doesn't have one. Or Luca has one, beg your pardon. Magus, maybe they didn't have last names in oh, it's Zeal, isn't it? I guess. I don't know if that's the canon last name. Robo doesn't have a last name because you don't give last names to, you know, robots. Oh yeah, I always forget that we can do this. Ayla does not have a last name. Surprised Ayla has a name, honestly. We're gonna go there. Her name should just be Glenn. Glenn doesn't have a last name. Man, he would have a last name. He would. Or maybe as of, you know, Glenn of whichever town he was from. Ayla Strunk. Her last name is.
Have you ever heard the tale of Darth Lumina the Wise? They say it was so powerful and so wise. He could even prevent his friend from dying.
I think it's got to be the most gullible person on the planet, Anakin. Come on. Let me see here. Talk to the king of Gold City. Gold City King. Money, 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 money. Money. There's Luminous. We got Lightsaber. Wow. Just in time for that Star Wars reference. The Lucent Beam and the Lucid Barrier. I don't remember what these do, so if anybody does, let me know. Let's see. Let me see here. Spell it out to like insurance companies and pediatrician. Yeah. I've got the well-read mage for my Gmail, so whenever I'm sharing my email with like my kid's teacher, they're like, the well-read Maggie. I'm like, gosh, are you teaching my kids? This is why I have a proper email address now. Yeah, there's too many email addresses. Let's see. Like an Earthbound, Jeff should have the last name and Donuts. We don't know for Ness or Pooh. I always thought Paula's last name was Polestar. That's probably the name of the preschool. Yeah. There's too many letters anyway. I'm presuming, so like, this is what I mean, right? With like, they probably have last names, just not mentioned. Like Ness has a last name. We're just not told what it is. Is magic defense up? Okay. How about light or lucent beam? Oh my goodness. Krypton. How's it going? That's quite an exit right there. Hey, thanks. Smell you later, McFly. I'll talk to you. I'll see you around. And thanks for popping in. It's an attack? Okay. Oh, it does. I see that Automod gotcha. We can let that one through. I'm gonna use it. Then. We've been taking spell recommendations, weapon recommendations. I haven't changed my weapons much this whole game, really. Now what we're supposed to do? I actually forgot. I can't remember. Oh, you know what? I think I did avoid buying these things. I think I skipped. So that was probably why that was a little on the harder side. I think I skipped buying these items. So we'll wait for the next upgrade point. Let's see. It's been too long. It has been too long. Oh, we could see my buddy Watts right here. Do you know that Yoshi's full name is T. Yoshisora Munchakoopas? Where'd they reveal that, by the way? I don't know. Was that in one of those, like, Toad's head is a hat kind of thing? Oh, that totally looked like that had color on it. But I guess not. Right here? No. Didn't look so grayed out. Yeah? Elfin bow. Oh, that's right. We got to go back to the mountains. Yeah, what's the T stand for? Oh, it's like T-Rex, like Tyrannosaurus, Yoshisaur. His name doesn't have "sore" in it twice, does it? That would be inexplicable. Munch Koopas. What about when he's not munching Koopas? He usually munches them. Okay, I think we gotta go back east. Rotating weapons. Yeah, I've never done it. I've been in this game before. I've played it a bunch of times before. I've never rotated weapons. Except for when like I need to get past an obstacle or something like that. Oh, that's a cannon. Let's see. Yeah, mountain range. Oh, no, not that way. Big old mountains over here. There we are. This was something I remarked on very early in this playthrough, and maybe you have an answer for it. But it was is there any real meaningful difference between the weapons? I know some of them have longer range, some of them are thrown, some of them have field effects like cutting flowers or shrubs or whipping over gaps. But other than that, is there any real point in rotating them? Other than like, hey, I got this one has the most recent spear. I always felt like the game's too short and you don't have enough characters for the number of weapons that they give you. Okay, we did stuff. So I guess we gotta talk to somebody here. He's a bit sour about it. Nice. It's from an official guidebook for Mario World. Okay. So that's never revealed in-game or anything like that, huh? Bump, bump. Oh, hey. Do we have enough spells for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Counting Shade. No. Still missing one. Missing the 7th. Yeah. Like, you'd really have to stop and do it. I feel like this game's not long enough for you to kind of like manually. I mean, not manually. Automatically. Naturally, that's the word that I was searching for. Kind of naturally just level them all up. When in doubt, give your fictional character mysterious T initial middle name. Well, like Charles Entertainment Cheese. The other characters in the combat field. They never max out all their weapons. Too much work. So you could get real nitty gritty into this. So you're suggesting that the point of the different weapons is for different setups for character AI in the field, something like that. I'm wondering, like, let's see, like, if I were to ask you, like, what is the difference between the bow and the boomerang? Like, they seem to both kind of occupy the same space as, like, these really linear long-range attacks. You know, given that one might have an orb advantage over another at a particular point in time. Okay, so we need to go to the top of the mountain. Their charge attacks are different. I see. Would have been interesting. We've mentioned the Secret of Mana remake a couple times. Would have been interesting if they had sort of made the weapon choices maybe a little more distinct. Or maybe more obviously distinct rather than sort of subtly distinct. Oh yeah, this flower just tanking all these hits. So, and if you're a player who never really uses the charge feature, which seems to be most people I've spoken with while streaming this game, They seem to be in the camp where they don't use the charge attacks very often. I think I've used it effectively a handful of times on this game. I mean, on this playthrough. I think I used them more when I first played this. Oh, little egg guy. I gotta say it again. The enemy design in this game, really adorable. Eggatris. Oh, I see you. Rest in peace, medicinal herb. Give me that level 42. Come on, sprite guy. Oh boy. Is he stuck? He's stuck. Yo, he's really stuck. Yeah, he's not just a little stuck. He's really stuck. All right. We cannot get into a whipping position. Yeah, he's very stuck. Well, okay. Realize it was worth it. Oh, the charge attacks? It helped us get through some boss fights. Really, I just can't stand the sound effect for the charging. I'd be very inclined to use charging more if it didn't sound the way that it sounds. That sound effect is really grating. Different points in the game, different weapons, have different status effects, but yeah, not a huge difference in the big picture. Charge just takes... It's always kind of bugged me that you get a weapon with a cool status effect like poison and then lose it with the next level up. Yeah, it would be neat if they had kind of developed their own individual status effects and then kept them. Oh, Flammy. Yeah, that's a good idea. Major Rage, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Thank you, because I probably would have reset that if I hadn't thought of Flammy. So thank you. Thanks for that. I do appreciate it. Okay, let's try that again. This time we'll stay as the sprite rather than switching around and stuff like that. Hey, how are you? Yeah, I'm doing okay today. I'm glad I wound up streaming. Almost canceled, but glad to be here. So thanks for popping in. Thanks for joining us. Regale us with tales of your journey through Dragon Quest, would you? I try occasionally. Yeah, that was a good stroke of genius. Yeah, I would have reset the game for sure. It was already crossing my mind. I was like, when did I save last? That's all right. A little more level upping never hurt anybody, right? We already found out that being under leveled does hurt somebody, actually. So, gotta be careful of that. But there we go. So you can get stuck there, ladies and gentlemen. You can get stuck there. Gotta watch out for that. Oh, I'm speaking in rhyme. Since we're on the topic of holidays, I want to know what are some of your favorite holiday movies? It's gonna be Christmas movies. Like, honestly, does anybody have a favorite Hanukkah movie? Do you have a favorite Kwanzaa movie? Do you have a favorite winter solstice movie? I don't think so. What's your favorite Christmas movie? Hey, there's an Echo down there. I didn't see him. Let's go say hi. We're watching Scrooged right now. That's an annual for me. We just saw the Santa Claus last night, which I don't Every time I see the Santa Claus, I'm like, this is just not a good movie. I know people got nostalgia for it. I don't like it. There's so many points in that movie. I'm like, why this right now? Why did this happen? And you know why it happened is because of bad writing. That's why. Well, we won't worry about that. We'll just, whoop. We'll just go ahead and save right here. I love mountain climbing, sorry. He likes meowtaining good cat puns. And for Christmas, yeah, that's good. That's good. Nightmare Before Christmas. Just this morning, my kid asked, it was like, is Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie? And I said yes. Yes, Scrooge is good. Scrooge is good. Home Alone, definitely. I'm a Home Alone 2 fan. I like Home Alone 1 quite a bit. I think Home Alone 2 is perfect. I really like Home Alone 2. So we just watched those. Yeah, not a huge fan of the Santa Claus, like I said. Still alive. Oh, and very much damaged. Well, yeah, we can go ahead and do this. Scarlet's Fire, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. Let me take your hat. That's the Looney Tunes rhyme. Let's see. Good stress. Ah, yeah. That's it right there. Good stress. This guy.
Go away, the sage is out. Surprise. Sage Rock went to the Moon Palace. It floats eerily in the Sea of Wonders at the Kakara Desert's end.
Okay, now we gotta go to the Moon Palace. Muppet Christmas Carol is excellent. I recently said my top 5, and I would like to fix it. I would swap out the original Miracle on 34th for Muppet Christmas Carol. I really like Miracle on 34th, but I like Muppet Christmas Carol just a bit more. And two, it's a great adaptation of that. I've got 2 adaptations of Christmas Carol. I adore that story. There are some good, just straight adaptations of that. There's one with Patrick Stewart. If you've not seen it, it's a very grim adaptation of a grim story, but that's a good one. You should check that out. Mrs. Claus. So I don't think I've seen that with Angela Lansbury. That's the Murder, She Wrote lady, right? The Bed Knobs and Broomsticks lady. They didn't tell me what direction to go in, so I don't remember where the desert is. We'll kind of just follow. Oh, this looks like a desert. Moon Palace. Moon Palace. That looks like a moon palace. We're at the stage of the game where I don't remember any of this now. Okay, so that didn't work. I gotta park it right here. You must go to the Pankot Palace. I don't know what that is. Oh, look at the stars. I like that. Puts me in mind of Mario RPG. Yeah, top 5 Christmas movies. It's a Wonderful Life, Muppet Christmas Carol, Scrooged, Ernest Saves Christmas. I had a 5th one. I mean, y'all might have to just settle for the top 4 for now. And maybe it was Miracle on 34th. It was the 5th. I don't know. You know, Bed Elves and Broomsticks. Yeah, I forgot about that movie for the longest time. And then as we saw it on Disney. And I was like, guys, you've never seen this movie. We'll watch it. Welcome to Karen's Ferry. Next stop, Moon Palace. There's a lot of nothing in the palace. Don't get lost. The boat's a bit unsteady. That's the cutest version of Caron that I've ever seen. Always good to have an underworld reference before you get into a palace. It is, you know, there's a lot of fairly underrated old Disney live action films. Like, I get they've always been famous for their animation, and rightfully so. I think classic Disney animation is excellent. But there's a lot of good old stuff that we've been kind of rediscovering. So recently rewatched the Davy Crockett movie that they made. I think there's 2. But I've never been to the Alamo. We may try and do that in the new year. We're nearby. I would like to move this next year, so I got to see that before we move. Those blue flying goobers. Let's check our stats and see here. So 17,877. They're fairly pushover too, which is nice. Okay, and then whoa. I mean, that's a lot. That's a big difference. We were at 18 I already forgot. 18,677, I think. Ernest Saves Christmas. We realized that's the one that kicks off the start of our Christmas movie watching season. Show your kids a Mrs. Claus movie. Is it on a streaming service? You know what? You know, obviously quite a few people love the old Rankin and Bass stop motion films. My favorite one of those is Year Without a Santa Claus. Starring Mickey Rooney as Santa. You get a lot of Mrs. Claus in that one. And it's got the Heat Miser and the Snow Miser. Is it Meister or Miser? I gotta sing the song to remember. I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow. I'm Mr. I'm Mr. 10 Below. Folks call me Snow Miser. It is Miser. It's not Meister. Whatever I touch turns the snow in my clutch. I'm too much. That guy's a jerk. Snow Miser. Heat Miser is not much better. That's a good one, though. If you haven't seen that one, it's a bit more of a rare Rankin and Bass one. They always show the Santa Claus is coming to town, which also has Rooney. And a very young, very attractive Mrs. Claus, let's just say. But they show that one and obviously the Rudolph one. But Year Without a Santa Claus is really good. I like that one. Yeah, that's a lot. Cinco, that is a lot of that's a lot of XP. So I think what we're gonna do is camp here for a bit. Let's try the Lucent Beam, huh? Huh? Oh yeah, I remember that. That looks really cool. Okay, so they must not be weak to it. That's okay. We'll do our boy over here. Oh, maybe we gotta level it up first, huh? That might be it. Oh, okay. Cool. Now we got one. Maybe imagine if it made the very much copyrighted sound effect. Yeah, I think we're gonna camp here for a minute, and I like how you called them goobers, blue goobers. Is that what they're actually called? Let's find out. Marma Blue. Okay, Blue Goober is probably a better name for them than Marma Blue. Although that puts one in mind of marmalade, which is delicious. Mr. Thou, how's it going? Oh, you really liked Lightsaber? It's pretty cool. It's good stuff. I think we're out. Yeah, we're out. So we'll have to rejuve that at some point. How's it going, Mr. Thou? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I think today's the first day of Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah to you. Enjoy the season. Anybody else planning their meal for Christmas or for any upcoming winter holiday? I think we're going to do prime rib this year with the horseradish. Oh my goodness. That is, we were borderline about to do a ham. And I was like, we should do the prime rib with horseradish though. That right there, let me tell you. Plus I'm, down in Texas. Yeah, you gotta get some of that prime rib. There we go. I guess it's easier. Oh, you're doing the prime rib too? Heck yes. Yeah, prime rib, mashed potatoes, gravy. Gonna do the candied yams. Probably get some vegetables in there somewhere, presumably. I really like roasted mixed nuts with like honey on them in the oven. That's really good. I don't know. I don't know what else we're gonna do. Trying to set up a cookie exchange and baking party with my brother's family this next weekend. And that should be a lot of fun. Do some pies, do some cookies. I was talking about going around the neighborhood and putting cookies into people's mailboxes. A little note that says Merry Christmas from the Nortons. Spread a little holiday cheer. But I don't know. That sounds like the sort of thing that these days would make people paranoid. Like you open your mailbox and you're like, there's a cookie in here. Only ISIS could have put it in here. That kind of thing. I don't know. The world's a different place. Like we were talking about with Halloween. It's not like you're going to get hot dogs and all kinds of cool stuff like that on Halloween. It's going to get some of the cheap rubbish candy. My kids wound up with like 14 pounds of Jolly Ranchers. Jolly Ranchers? No offense to anybody in chat who loves Jolly Ranchers, but Jolly Ranchers... Somebody just pours in the water hole. We've done the prime rib before and had 0 leftovers. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Well, that's not the sort of thing like I wouldn't make prime rib just like in the middle of the week when it's not a holiday. So it's kind of fun. It's like doing a whole turkey. Like I'm not going to cook a turkey for friggin' 4 hours on a Thursday, but regular day of the week. But I will make it on a Thursday if it's Thanksgiving. Honey baked ham. Oh, a honey baked ham company. Is that the one that's pre-cooked and then you just heat it up or something like that? Are you a cook at all, single play? This is not a shaming question. I always have to say this. I feel like I'm out of line. The only reason I'm streaming is just to learn more about single player's life. That's really it. It's just for that. Between Texas, it depends on which family you're with. Ah, I see. Oh, how's that for traveling this time of year? Is that a pretty hectic trip? We used to split houses. For holidays, Christmas and Thanksgiving specifically. So a couple years we had to do 3 houses, which is just miserable, honestly. So after a certain point, once we had kids, I was like, you know what? If you want to see me on Thanksgiving or my kids, you can come to my house, but I'm not driving on Thanksgiving or Christmas. No, Thanksgiving was like, that's right. Thanksgiving was like, I'll come to your place, but Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, like you can come to my house. I'm not going anywhere. I'm very anti-travel. It's because they haven't invented teleportation yet. Or Flammy. If Flammy was around, Flammy, and you could just get around with Flammy really easily, then yeah, I'll come visit you for Christmas. But nope. Otherwise, nope. Yeah, split houses, no thank you. Yeah, 3 houses, and then they're all eating dinner at different times. So you're like, you go to the first house and you're starving to death. All they have are out of the rolls and stuff like that. turkey will be done in 4 hours. They're like, cool, I got to leave in 3 minutes. And then you get to the next house, and they're like, just maybe starting to put some stuff out. So you eat a little bit there, knowing that you're going to have second Thanksgiving. We've had one, yes. What about the second Thanksgiving? I like to cook holiday dinners too much. We're giving our food stamp to kids won't eat any of it, so we choose to spend time with family instead of spending all day cooking for just 2 people. Rad. That's a good choice, it sounds like. We went all out this year, and we were like, you know what? I think next year we'll go simpler. It'll allow us to just spend more time with people rather than get stuck in the kitchen. But both my wife and I cook on Thanksgiving. So, whoops, missed that. So it's fun to share in that experience and kind of have some fun experimenting with certain things in the kitchen and trying new dishes, new recipes, stuff like that. So there's still a social aspect. But this year, I had my kids help us out a lot. I really would like them to learn really basic cooking techniques at a young age. But they spend a lot of time outside just playing with neighborhood kids. Flammy is Falcor from Japan. Dang. I mean, that's accurate, huh? Sounds like. Okay, how are we doing on stuff here? Oh yeah, we're coming up on some stuff. Oh yeah. So we'll get 1 level up for each person here. Yeah, I think if you're able to have, everybody together, especially like, so for us now, our families are all kind of divided up across the country. So it'd be really rare now to have everybody together. We've got family in California and Arizona and here in Texas and Hawaii. So it's just, that's not going to happen. But I am glad to not do 3 houses on the one day. All right, Sprite, take us home with some ideas. Oh, nope, never mind. Never mind. The family knows where things are going to be held. If they want to see us, they come to us. There you go. That's it right there. Okay. We've got to be coming up on this pretty soon. Come on now. So you gotta get them down first. There you go. And then you just keep stomping on them until they pop like a little blueberry. Speaking of blueberries, I'm doing a giveaway in Discord. If you'd like to go check that out. They're for some books that I have. Not blueberries. So sorry to raise your hopes there. But if you're interested in video game books, these are the big old hardcover books. You go check that out. I'll ship them to you free of charge if you're in the continental US. And if you're not, then you can still win, but you just got to pay shipping. Four winners, drawing 1 each day starting December 22nd. And to enter, you just got to go to the Discord and react to the post in announcements with a present emoji. And Merry Christmas from me to you. I hope to do more giveaways pretty soon. Just got, like we were saying earlier in stream, just got too much stuff. Can't take it with you, especially when you're moving. I plan to do a long distance move, but yeah, I gotta get rid of some stuff. All right, well, best of luck to you. Thanks for joining. 4 winners, so there should be a good chance. My social media has not been great for engagement, so there's probably not going to be a ton of people entering. So there's a good opportunity to win something. Let's do your nation of Egyptian that you can take it with you. Yeah, yeah. So I told my wife, someday when you put me in the ground, put my video game book collection on top of the coffin. Bury me with my copy of Chrono Trigger. I think I missed the other day where you're moving to. Oh yeah, well that is just a public secret for now. I was pretty liberal with letting people know I moved to Texas all these years, past 4 years, and I regretted that a little bit. After the recent unpleasantness, there was some fear of doxing and things like that. And I got 2 kids, so I'll probably, when I move, I'll probably be keeping a lot of that a little more private. There's a lot of people who know where I live right now, so that's a little scary. Let's see. Oh no, I get it. Is it Canada? No. Or you don't have to be embarrassed. It is not Canada. Thanks for offering. Yeah. No, I could probably tell you the state at least. I'm gonna try and move back home to Hawaii. We kind of got a bit of a plan laid out, but as this year showed me, you can plan anything, and it can all fall apart really quickly. But you just make plans nonetheless. But yeah, my mom's still back there. I got a brother back there. And it still feels like my culture and a place that needs people to help take care of it and not just take advantage of it. So, I don't know. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Retro Gaming Jeebus came in right at the time. So, both guesses were for Canada. I thought you were wanting to go someplace less expensive. Yeah, you'd think so. That's part of the whole taking care of Hawaii. I think Hawaii obviously is going to have a hard time becoming less expensive. But I think there are a lot of really practical things that could be done or could start to be done to make it less of a tricky place to be. When I went out there in February for my stepdad's passing, we kind of scoped some places out, and there's places that are doable, especially if you're used to the country and not the big city, which I am. That's how I grew up. But yeah, I definitely got to plan that sort of thing. That's not an easy move. Not an easy place to live either. I can get Kama'aina discounts, so that's cool. They ought to make people with a Hawaiian ancestry tax exempt in Hawaii. I would go for that. Yeah, I would recommend that you visit Hawaii. Don't fall for all the tourist traps. Plan out your trip before you go there. Go and see the natural things. A lot of people will try and just get your dollar for really superficial Hawaiian things. There's lots of luau's that are very touristy that don't have anything to do with Hawaiian culture or anything. One way they always pull the wool over tourists' eyes is they don't let you know the difference between certain practices or beliefs or performances that aren't Hawaiian at all and are like Samoan or Tahitian or Tongan, which are just other Polynesian people groups if you weren't aware. But yeah, that's like, if you're like confusing let's say China and Japan, which for some people that would be anathema, I imagine, but there's a lot of that in Hawaii. So very interested in cultural preservation and in helping that place out in terms of its civics. Let's see. And I cracked up Retro Gaming Jeebus when he came in. And he also said Canada. Let's see. Yeah, if I want to go cheap, I could just go to like Louisiana or some Mississippi. I don't think so. I don't think the South is for me. The South of the continental U.S. is. It's some rough summers here, let me tell you. You think Hawaii is hot? Oh my goodness. Do you just sell everything you own and rebuy it there, ship it? So we'll do a combination of things. There are some things that we're leaving here, and then we'll take the sentimental thing, the collections, the sentimental things, the collections, lots of books and stuff like that with us, clothes and things, and then we'll sell off some other things. So you may see me doing giveaways or doing sales. I did put up a bunch of games for sales. Oh yeah, for sure. Well, this last time I flew out, I had a busted knee, so I was on a cane. It can be done, and they do have some accommodations for wheelchair access too. But I'm sure it's very, very difficult. I was in a wheelchair for a bit after I had a major surgery when I was a teenager. But that's all I know about it realistically. But yeah, that's a hard move. It's a long distance. We'll probably use pods and stuff like that, but it's not a huge state, but yeah, I probably will never reveal exactly where I am in that state. So people interested in doxing me can take a guess as to which island and county and stuff like that. Okay, so we got our level up there. She's still waiting on her level up. And I think Sprite got his level up. I know, about to. Let's go ahead and eat a candy. Remove taxes, replace with nothing. How's it going, Bloodstone? Way to Hawaii, staying with Red Mage. Oh yeah. And we thought of that, Bloodstone, as well. Thanks for being on YouTube with us today. We'd thought of that, and when we move out there, we'd like to have a guest space so that friends, family do visit. They don't have to stay at a hotel. There's a lot of ways to save money on a Hawaii trip. A lot of ways to save money. And staying with friends is a big way to save money. That's for sure. If you're going to Oahu, which is where Honolulu is, the big city, I would not recommend renting a car. You can get around very easily with their public transportation. Okay. Let's see. I've never been on a cruise myself. They do go into the bay in my hometown. Chance, how's it going? Picturing all living in my neighbor Totoro style property by the sea. Yes. Yeah. The odds of getting a place by the sea is pretty slim. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Okay. I think this is the last set, then we'll go recover some health. There it is. Da Party Rooster, how's it going? I'm glad you're around for the stream. Thanks for being here. And now we can get the party started because the Party Rooster's here. And a fan of Secret of Mana, eh? What are some of your favorite things about Secret of Mana? Oh, you didn't know there was going to be a quiz, huh? There's some great stuff in Secret of Mana. Okay, let me catch up on chat here. Reservation, preserving natural places. Yes, definitely. Preserving culture is super important. Kills me whenever I meet people who will say Americans have no culture. I'm like, speak for yourself. Like, I'm American and I care quite a bit about my culture. Let's see. And I'm a part of multiple cultures, too. This is just an ancient planetarium. Look carefully, you'll find a crystal orb. Hey, thanks, Karen. Let's see. Summers are brutal, for sure. So do we get more Hawaiian word of the day? Oh, yeah. I need the practice after the Pua Pua'a debacle. What was the debacle? I had said Pua'a and Pua, right? I was correct. Pua'a was pig. Pua was like flower child. I think I was correct. The debacle. Air conditioning, yeah. And then when it breaks down, then whap, whap, whap. Okay, where's the nearest little save place? That doesn't look like anything important. Here we go. That looks like a mushroom town, right? I think so. Yeah. Hello. Okay. Bloodstone, the Secret of Mana soundtrack is tops. It's good stuff. Yeah, I big fan of this one. I think the title screen track, I can't remember what it's called. Fear of the Heavens. I think that one's my favorite track on this game. Retro Gaming Jeebus says I'm in Canada, so I wouldn't suggest coming here right now unless you like snow sports. So I don't. Believe it or not, somebody who grew up on a rock in the Pacific does not like snow sports. There is 0 chance of me moving to Canada, so I will take that suggestion. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and... Okay, let me ask chat. So I skipped purchasing upgrades as far as equipment in Gold City. Should I go and purchase those now, or should I go through the Moon Palace and then purchase the next set of upgrades? We'll see. Oh, we're doing ocean jokes. Been to Hawaii for a few hours. I think we were talking about that, right, Rooster? So would you land in Honolulu and just stay there for a few hours? Let's see. Sprite best character? Sprite is cool. Alright, sure. Ergo debacle. Fear of the Heavens. Yeah, it is good. Wish is good. Into the Thick of It. Pure Land Music. Mana Fortress Trash. Stand the entire OST. My man. Yeah, there's one track, and I had mentioned this. Worth it before they go on discount. Okay, so we're gonna skip it. I have a lot of gold. I do. But I'm such a cheapskate. When I got lunch, where'd you go? Where'd you eat? The food is so good in Hawaii. Oh my gosh. It's so good. Sometimes, no offense to the South, but sometimes I want to get food out here, and I'm just like, so what do they have that's like not brown and covered in gravy? Like, that's just kind of the big thing down here, it seems like. And I'm supposedly in like the diverse area where they're gonna have a lot of fresh food. Yikes! But I do miss the food in Hawaii. A lot fresher, a lot of variety. That's the main thing: food, family, and the ocean. I'll take those 3 things. So let's see. Asked about the word of the day in Hawaiian. Let me think. Now we're doing like Hawaiian, like the Hawaiian language, right? Not like, I think we were doing some slang, right? Like we mentioned hamajang, which is messy. So we could do some slang in here. We'll do kalahapas then. Not a Hawaiian word because it has an S in it. Kalahapas. Any guess as to what kalahapas means? Oh, there's little guys in here too. I didn't know that. Take a wild guess. I'll give you a hint. Kalahapas is a no hints until there's any guesses. That's what I don't think anyone fact checks me. Oh, dang, savage. No, just kidding. I will fact check myself just before I try and teach you something. Yeah. Okay. Sounds like a food. Okay, so here's the hint. So we had our first guess. Kalahapas is a part of the body. It's not a dirty part of the body or anything, so don't worry. It's a part of the body. Anything you like is great one too. Got ripped off by cab driver. Oh, you got ripped off by a cab driver in Hawaii? Messed up. Oh, this is the same place, isn't it? Flymate drum, how's it going, Aegis? Yeah, they do magic orb on the guy. Eyes, that's a good guess. Is it the foot? Mage got it. So Kalahapa's foot, specifically big feet. Over there you would use it in like, hey, I gotta go down longs and get one slippers for my Kalahapas. Something like that. And slippers being thongs, as some weird mainlanders say. Flip-flops, a more preferred term for those. But so this just loops, huh? I think it does. I think it loops. What am I supposed to be doing here? He is dancing in the kitchen. He was that excited? That's funny. Kalahapas, you got it. You got it, yeah. So, usually self-degrading. You can refer to your own feet as Kalahapas. Yeah, now you know a little bit more. So, if you go to Hawaii, especially Baron, because he's going to remember. There it is. You can remember Pua'a for pig. And Kalahapas for big feet. And hopefully that doesn't get you in trouble. Just going around calling things pigs and big feet. Okay, it's brown, but we're gonna do the whole thing anyway properly. Let's use analyzer. Analyze this. Ono, yeah. Oh, you do remember Ono. Ono is delicious. Very similar to Oishi in Japan, but yeah, Ono. Ono kind would just be like, this is the delicious kind of thing. The thing about this game is a glitch. Jamie allowed you to keep grabbing the first sword orb from the beginning. You could get to level 9, really? Oh, I'm gonna have to try that with a Game Genie next time I play this. Let's see, we're gonna do this right here. Aegis, I don't think you were here at the time, but I actually got the sprite glitched into a wall in this game just about an hour ago, maybe. Oh yeah, no boss? Heck yeah. Luna, the moon spirit, have awaited you. So sad this place has grown. But enough. What are you referring to? Take with you my powers. Go. Mana is fading. We got Luna's powers. Now, if you were to ask me, Luna and Lumina are too similar. Y'all needed to rework that one. But I like the elements in this game. Let's see. That glitch one's forgot about it and messed up the ending. Oh, what happens if you mess up the ending? Yeah, it is pretty janky, for sure. The hitboxes is the one that always irks me. And it's not really the hitbox, it's just like there's no sense of impact when you hit something. You didn't see me glitch into the wall. It was I was climbing the mountain and whipped across a space, and the sprite ended up in the wall, and I couldn't get him out unless we used like the flammy drum. So you can soft lock if you get the sword at level 9 before the final boss. It rolls over to 0 and doesn't do damage. Dang. Well, that's fun. Okay, so we got Moon Saber, Lunar Boost, and Moon Energy. Anybody remembers what these do? Lunar Boost, Moon Energy, and then from my boy over here, we got Change Form, Magic Absorb, heck yes, and Lunar Magic. That's a very questionable icon right there. I don't remember what these do, so if anybody has a breakdown of the lunar spells, let me know. So you wind up with an invisible sword and can't progress to a certain point. Dang. Wow. Prices. Yeah, that's we really gotta work on this cost of living thing, y'all. My family, I've been told I have the charisma of a cult leader. You can't. You're like, you're not that exciting. And my family is always like, you're gonna get into politics. I was like, I would rather die. I don't. I have no problem getting into like activism and stuff like that, but politics, I don't know. I couldn't see myself getting into politics. Okay. Again, I'm not sure where to go next. I've noticed that this playthrough and probably previous playthroughs is that Secret of Mana doesn't really tell you where to go next. Well. Okay, let's try a couple things. You can have some of this. Knocked senseless. Oh, that's always good. So what was that? Like a death spell? All are confused. Oh no. How is he? What's going on? Oh, they're all confused. I see. How about... Oh, she's out. Never mind. Flammy drum, it says at the top. No, I just really want to see what else you could do. Here we go. Change form. Oh, yeah, now you're a mushroom. Take that. And just for funsies, we'll do some of this. Heck yes. Now we're invincible with that. All right, let me see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you get into politics these days. That's some rough stuff. Don't you see the girl plus sprite to cast magic to upgrade the sword? Just don't cast the spells. Huh? Be called by God to run for office. That's my big complaint with Secret of Mana. I can never figure out where to go next. Yeah, I mean, and I'm usually willing to admit, like, I'll forget what the game just told me. But this game in particular, they don't really give you a good roadmap, I think. Family are heavy farmers. Yeah, that seems like the way to do it, huh? Oh, yeah, the Prima Guide. I used to have that one. It is a catch-22, right? Yeah, I think Mole has it right. Okay. Let's see if we can figure this out. Flam. Oh, we can't call Flammy here. Don't be silly. Can we call him here? Nope. All right, Karen. Let me get back on the boat. Leaving so soon? Yes. Oh, I know where to go. We're gonna go to the mountain and throw down all our spells on the that mountain. It's got like the 7 spots. Oh, he opened a treasure chest that had like a death spell in it, so he nearly got iced by that, but I knew we were gonna be leaving, so I just left him at 1. Let's see. I'm gonna go around here somewheres. We'll spend the night in the inn here. Oh yeah, good usage of strategy guides. Right now, I lucked into a copy of the Earthbound strategy guide, and So my kid's using it to play through Earthbound right now. Give them the classic experience. And then I've still got my childhood Chrono Trigger strategy guide. That thing is very worn out, but I used it to draw all the characters and things like that, so it got plenty of usage beyond just a guide. Did I go to the random tiny island with a tower on it? I did not. You want to direct me? I'll go there right now. I got no problem doing that. Rooster, you gotta let me get up in the sky, and maybe you could tell me which direction it's in if you know. That's cool to use strategy guides still. Oh, fun. Oh yeah. Oh, he really is enjoying Earthbound. It's so great because he'll be playing it, and then every once in a while I hear him laugh or chuckle. Usually a good-natured chuckle, but sometimes a belly laugh. And I was like, I miss you playing Earthbound. So like I love the Earthbound guide back. C2 is well loved. Yes, well loved. That's part of strategy guys back in the day. Was there also art books? Absolutely. Oh no, that's all right. Does anybody? So what's on this island that we're looking for right now? Is that it right there? That's a tiny island. There's a couple of tiny islands. This one? That's the turtle. Looks like a turtle. Let's see. Tower on a tiny island. I have no idea. I have no idea where it is. That looks like a tower on a tiny island. Tower or a house? I know, it's kind of hard to tell. Hey, that is a tower. Oh, and they got the happy music. So what's in here? What do we... I don't know if I remember this. I haven't remembered anything for this. The vast majority of the second half of this game. Oh yeah, glad they made a realistic tower. Oh yeah. I'm Picard, caretaker of this lighthouse. To the northeast is a coral reef. Under it lies a sunken continent. The Mana Palace is really a switch that will refloat the continent. The power of the ancients must have been incredible. Is that it? That's all you gotta say? Picard, lighthouse, northeast coral reef. Why is he spinning around? This is it? Well, so what's here? What, is that L? There's just a guy spinning around on the top of it, and he gives you a little piece of lore. Is that all? That's hilarious. Like, why did they put this here? Inertial dampening is off. When Picard's, we can hear him say, "Tea Earl Grey hot." Let's see. Best part of the story, guys. Okay, I'm caught up on chat. Dang. So I guess that's... there's another island with a tower with monks. Oh, okay. So we got multiple island towers, huh? Well, let's see. Okay, we're facing north. I swear, this map is just like... It's hard to navigate in this game. That's Gold City there. And then this is where we're at right now, right? Tower with monks on it. It looks like there's a bunch of islands right there. I've got no idea. I have no idea. Bunch of islands here. What is on the island with the tower with the monks? Do they give you something, or? This feels so classic too, just kind of wandering around to see what you can find. We reached the point in the game where the devs ran out of time and started rushing. Ah, good old time. Okay, well, let me know if you remember where it is. And then I guess we'll go ahead and... oh, we got to go to the thing right here. In terms of animation, too, I think Flammy is one of the best looking flying transports in a Square game. I love his little up and down flying motion. I love that when you go backward, he turns toward his face toward the camera. Oh, it was a huge lore dump. Okay. Well, yeah, if you know, if you remember where it's at, or if I pass it, if you spot it, let me know. I'll definitely be down to check that out. It was a little bit of a lore dump at that one spot where Picard was, but not much. Not much. Just a wee bit of lore. A little lore. I have got to agree. Yeah. Some weirdness. Oh, boy. Hey, Rooster, thanks for stopping by. I hope you're able to come back again and chit-chat with us. Especially as we're playing Secret of Mana. Let me know if you remember that tower. You can hit me up anytime in a DM, but I hope you have a great day. Thanks. Bye. Okay, this is the part where you get glitched, so let's not do that. And we made it. We didn't get glitched. Oh, now Neko's not there. Just mysteriously gone. But I have to agree with that statement. I think this is a really pretty SNES game. It's cool to see the animated enemy characters. A lot of SNES RPGs, you get kind of static enemies in battle and stuff like that. So this is really cool. And it is really just, it's fun to play. The regular combat is really fun. Bosses, they still stress me out on this game. This wasn't it, was it? I gotta go up the thing. Stage is out. It's left for Tasnica. The Republic's to the west of here. Okay, so I am going to go up into the, whoops. Go up into that temple and see if I can't open that first. I love that in the background. That's so like classic shmup sounding. Classic shmup. All right. Now, I guess we need to analyze all these. Or I could just look it up and save the MP in time. I think that's what I'm going to do. Grab that. Oh, I'm not supposed to be here yet. Okay. Can I open this yet or what? Like... This might just be for later in the game. I think I guess we gotta go... That's the Tasnica. Okay, that's where we're gonna go then. I'll mess with this later. I don't even remember that at all either. Just completely blanked out. And it's not like I wouldn't say this game is like not memorable or anything. Oh my goodness, is it really 3:12? I have to go. I gotta save this game. Some days the 2 hours just flies right by. I think everybody was pretty chatty today. And I appreciate it. I'm pretty late. Usually my first glance at the clock is around like 2:50, 2:45. And but yeah, I gotta go get the kiddos. So I appreciate everybody hanging out today. Y'all were great as usual. Thanks for that. Thanks very much. Like I said at the start of the stream, nearly canceled today. Just, you know, didn't really have it in me. But I'm glad that we stuck around. I'm gonna hit up a raid for one of my good friends. I haven't connected with him for a while, so I gotta raid and split, folks. But yeah, give Crit a follow. He's great. We've collaborated before, and take care of yourself. Talk to you later. Bye bye.